Hi, I'm Chelsea Prendez, and this is Body Shots. Today's episode is all about whiskey. In this episode, we're going to Balcones Distillery, where we will take a tour and learn the process of making great whiskey. We'll also learn the importance of aging, and we'll even have our own private tasting. And don't forget, we have Dr. Lush's new invention, the Hammer Flask. And we're right back here at Trinity Hall with this week's Mixing It Up, whiskey trivia, and our drinking game.
Whiskey.
Behind me is Balcones Distillery, and today we're going to learn to make whiskey. And behind every great whiskey is a great story. Standing here with me is founder, president, and head distiller, Chip Tate. Chip, thanks so much for having us.
Sure, glad to have you here.
Chip, how did you get into the whiskey making business?
I did about 18 years of home brewing, did some professional training, and then got into distilling from there.
And you actually did some studying in Scotland.
I did a little bit of professional training in Scotland, that's right.
Must have been horrible.
Oh, it was awful. It was awful. There was a lot of research, a lot of field research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chip. Well, I'm about to take a tour of this amazing place, but before my lesson, Jamie, Lynn, and Tana have a lesson of their own.
Love your whiskey, but want to sweeten it up a bit?
Well, we're making you a whiskey smash.
First, make sure you have a mixing glass.
Then add your lemon, mint, and simple syrup.
And next, muddle all the ingredients. Oh, and Tana, don't worry, I'll do it this time.
Thank you. You know how I don't like to hurt the little mint leaves.
Next, add your whiskey.
And then my favorite, shaking it all up.
When the shaking ends, strain everything into your favorite glass.
And if you want, garnish with a non-muddled mint.
Aw, that's sweet of you, Tana.
Raise your glasses. Isn't it smashing?
We're back at Balcones Distillery with Chip Tate, and he's going to take us through the process of making great whiskey. Where does this start?
Well, it's a little different for every whiskey, but I'll just kind of walk you through our single malt process so you get a sense of what goes on. We're starting with malted barley in this case. Now, what we start out with is a lot like making beer. So first we take the malted barley, we grind it up, then we use what's inside this big long pipe is just a screw conveyor. So the screw turns and the grain moves up it and it dumps into our mash tun. Mash tun is just like a brewer would use. It takes the starch that's in the grain, it converts it to sugar. And so when we're done, you've got something that kind of looks like beer, but with a lot of little grain floaties. So it carries it out, we take that, we pump it into our stills, and now we're to the distilling part. The first process here is that we take this in, and again at about 8% alcohol, heat is applied, and the vapor comes up through here, up through this pipe, all the way to those condensers. We take this liquid, which is called low wines, we pump it back in here. Now, this is when we really start making whiskey. Key thing with a batch distillation is that what's coming out of those condensers, the vapor as it's condensing, that's changing over time. First, it starts tasting like rocket fuel. It keeps going down all the way to almost 0% alcohol. And somewhere in the middle there, is what you actually want to put into your barrels. We don't put anything into the barrels that isn't smooth enough to drink right off of the stills. The aging process that happens in the barrel happens a lot faster.
Okay.
So a lot of the things that can sometimes take years to happen other places can happen in a matter of weeks or months here.
Well, speaking of, we're going to go check out the aging process, and we get to do my favorite thing, taste.
That's right.
Chip?
Let's do it.
But first, Dr. Lush.
Hello, class. Dr. Lush here. I've noticed that all of my little handymen have been coming to class with their tools, attempting to fix my wobbly desk. Yes, it has seen a lot of action, and my boys are always welcome to try and erect things, even if they're not all that experienced. But remember, I am the teacher, so your love of toys is allowed only because I too have a couple of my own. Toys or tools? I know how you all fancy your gadgets, especially when it benefits drinking. So this week's lesson will be on the Hammer Flask. There's not much to explain. It's a hammer that holds booze and opens bottles. And if you're tired of smashing your thumb, you can even smash some ice. Has your old lady been hammering at you to fix the doghouse, but you think she's the one that needs fixing? Well, grab a Hammer Flask, your best buddy Fido, get yourself out of the doghouse, and get to pounding. And who doesn't like a good pounding every once in a while anyway? Oh, it's so hard. So class, if you're into alcohol-fueled home improvement projects that only require a couple hours but are dragging on for weeks, then get yourself a Hammer Flask. Who needs a pro when any Joe can do it? Now who wants to get hammered? Anyone? Well, there's the bell, class. Till next time, have fun, be safe, and drink up.
Hi, I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Jamie Lynn.
And I'm Tana.
Everyone here at Body Shots loves to have fun.
And we love to have a great drink.
But we also know that drinking responsibly is far more important.
So if you're going to have fun and drink,
Please do it responsibly.
one of the most important things in the whiskey making process is aging and what the whiskey is aging in. Chip, tell us a little bit about your aging process and how important these barrels are.
The barrels have a tremendous influence on the final character of the whiskey. We intentionally use small barrels that have gone through a certain process before we use them to get the best flavors into the whiskey. So you saw earlier some of what's coming out of the stills. It's crystal clear, it looks like water. It doesn't taste like water, but it looks like water. So this is something that's quite young, relatively speaking. This is only about 3 weeks old, but already you can see it's got sort of a gold color to it. All of that's coming from the barrel. Tell me a little bit about what you smell there.
Okay. I actually smell a lot of citrus, lemony,
Right.
and a little bit of floral.
Right, that's right. Yeah, I mean, that's what's starting to come out early. It always depends on what you are talking about, which whiskey and so forth, but this definitely is, this is something we include in our blends. It's youthful, it's lively, it's delicious. We love that.
Well, we've learned a lot here about aging and how important that these barrels are in making a great whiskey. What we're gonna do now is try a finished product. I'm really excited about that. But first, Jamie Lynn and Tana.
Today we're making you a Manhattan Monster.
And it's something you'll definitely want to taste. First, add your whiskey into a shaker filled with ice.
Next, add your favorite Monster Energy drink.
And just a splash of dry vermouth.
Then gently swirl all the ingredients. I might need a little help with this. Tana?
Next, pour your ingredients into 2 of your favorite glasses.
Then garnish with a twist of lemon. Are you ready for a Manhattan Monster?
We're here to do my favorite part, taste testing.
Yeah.
Chip, what are we tasting today?
Well, we've got the final product, the final mix of what we looked at earlier. So this is a mix of those different barrels, not those specific barrels, but similar barrels. You'll notice this sort of bulb shape where it brings it up and it's open. So with a really small opening, it would be too intense, but this sort of focuses the flavor of or the aroma of the spirit. This is something you're gonna get vanilla, you're gonna get the fruit and the other things that develop in the oak. Unlike a bourbon might have a very heavy vanilla, almost a coconut aroma. And that's a good thing, but that's very particular to bourbon.
Thank you so much, Chip.
Thank you.
Well, now that we've learned to age, make, and taste great whiskey, we're gonna take the party down to Trinity Hall with Jamie, Lynn, and Tana and this week's drinking game. What better place to take refuge with great whiskey and great friends than at Trinity Hall? I'm so excited to be sitting here at Trinity Hall Irish Pub with Mr. Marius Donnelly. Marius, thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming down.
Is it true that you guys have 150 different types of whiskey here?
It is. We have at least that many on the good days. On the bad days, it means we've drank them all, so we have to replenish. But we go out and we try and find whiskies from all over the islands. From Ireland, Scotland, Wales, we have a couple. There's Canada, and then of course the Americas. So we have bourbon and we've got rye.
So along with all those whiskeys, you guys also have a great atmosphere here. Tell me a little bit about that.
We are a family-friendly pub. It means that we can open up at about 8 o'clock in the morning to watch soccer from Europe. We can spend the early morning watching rugby down from South Africa. And then we move into lunch, where we have some of our musicians join us sometimes on the first Saturday of the month. Then we carry on through the afternoon. We've got music starts in again at about 9 o'clock.
It was so nice to meet you.
And you, thank you very much.
Hey Jack, you know we love whiskey.
Especially a good, hard, strong shot.
Yeah, but we're willing to try other things, if you know what I mean.
So, you have to make us 2 of your favorite whiskey shots.
Let's start with an Irish Cowboy. You need some blue curacao and your favorite Irish whiskey. Take a shot of the whiskey and take a splash of the blue stuff and then some orange juice. And you shake that up. And let's get on to an Irish lemonade. You have another shot of Irish whiskey, lemonade, and some soda water. And then shake that one out. You can top this off with a garnish of cherries. And this one with a lemon. ready to go.
Wow, these look amazing.
Yeah. Makes me want to give you a big hug.
Okay, I'm ready. Jamie, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Sharon Solara. Today we have the privilege of witnessing an exciting game of extreme focus and athletic agility right here at Trinity Hall. The game is Matt's Flying Cup. The game requires extreme coordination and intense focus as two teams compete to see who can drink and flip their cups the fastest. Teams sit side by side across from their opponents, each with a full cup of their favorite drink in front of them. The first players must finish their drink, set the cup on the edge of the table, and flip it to an upright position. Once they have done this, the second players in the row must do the same thing. But they can't start drinking until the previous player successfully flips their cup upright. The team that finishes all their drinks and flips their cups wins. This game may sound easy, but trust me, it's not. It requires special skills and undoubtedly some strategy. So let's talk to some of these experts and see what their secret to success is. So Chelsea, what is your strategy for Matt's Flying Cup?
Well, I'm going to flip the cup with one finger, but I have to first chug like I'm in college.
Bethany, do you have any tricks up your sleeve?
You want to start out with a nice flat beer, and if you put a little bit on the rim of the cup, it'll stick on the first try. Stick right to the table.
Mike, do you have a special strategy for this game?
Yeah, I like to open the back of my throat so the beer goes down as fast as possible. Then I use the edge of my finger to flip the cup so it goes a little bit straighter while I'm staring at my opponent to psych him out.
Jen, what is your strategy to win this game?
My strategy is not to care at all what I look like, drink as fast as I can. Doesn't matter if I get wet. Use the edge of my hand to gently flip the cup. If that doesn't work, knock their cup off the table.
Let the battle begin!
Let's see how you do.
What an intense and exciting game! And congratulations to the winning team. It just goes to show you that hours of practice in the art of cup flipping, as well as staying cool under pressure, is the key to compete and win at Matt's Flying Cups. I'm Sharon Solara. Good luck, have fun, and drink smart. Here are the rules for Body Shots trivia. Hot Bikini Girls ask ready and willing contestants questions about the alcohol theme of the week. And if you can hold it together long enough to answer, you can win one of our sponsors' prizes. Here's the secret. Everyone's a winner.
Today's Body Shots questions are all about whiskey.
Are you two ready to play?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my matey.
Your first Body Shots question is, whiskey can only be called whiskey when it is aged for a minimum of how long? 1 year, 3 years, or 5 years?
Okay, let's see your answers. And the correct answer is 3 years. All right, your second Body Shots question is, what percentage of whiskey comes from Scotland? 50%, 75%, or over 90%?
All right, let's check your answers. Oh, I'm sorry, the correct answer is over 90%. Your third and final Body Shots question is, pure malt whiskey is only produced from malted barley, grain, or corn. All right, let's see your answers. Barley and barley, you're both correct. Everyone's a winner on Body Shots. You both won an Eden Rum Runner Cube from BPNC, Temperance Distilleries.
The Eden Rum Runner Cube comes in 2 delicious flavors.
blue raspberry, and pink lemonade. The quick and easy pour spout makes it perfect for at home, and it's great for any time of the year. Pour your rum runner and enjoy.
We hope you learned a lot about whiskey, and thanks for joining us here on Body Shots. I'm Chelsea Prindez, and we'll see you next time for another round of drinks.
Ooh, baby, I like this. Ooh, I've been waiting so long to lay on a sandy beach blanket, singing out a sweet summer song. 'Cause loving, I've been drinking for a long time. So let me just lay back